Coming to you again. It is Monday, April the 12th, 2021, and we've got a great video coming up for you. Hey everybody, Uniswap is one of those that we've been tracking for a while. And if you remember, we set our price target for Uniswap around $14. We met our objective and I declared victory. And I said that I would come back and make another video about Uniswap and give you a price prediction update for 2021 of where it could go after I did a little bit of research. So without further ado, I want to jump in here, and I of course want to invite you guys to go ahead and look at our earlier videos so you can track where all of this is coming from my point of view, with regards to Uniswap and why I think it can achieve new heights that it has never seen before. So if you're not familiar with Uniswap, we're going to do a brief overview of it, and then we're going to come back and talk about exactly what what the possibilities could be. So Uniswap is what I call one of those conversion type of technologies. And what I mean by that is it's pretty much implied in the name swap. Well, what are you swapping? You're swapping one token for another token. In this case, it's something called an ERC20 or ERC20 token, which is an Ethereum token. So Uniswap is in the business of providing a capability for developers and businesses alike to develop decentralized applications on top of this capability. Okay, so if you understand fundamentally that underneath all these blockchains, there are these wallets that businesses and individuals have, there is a necessity of being able to convert between one type of currency to another. This is something that is critical when you consider the number of viable options out there for people to use for cryptocurrency. We're going to have to be able to convert between them. And this is why we have so many of these quote-unquote swap protocols, Uniswap, Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, and I'm sure there's at least half a dozen other swaps out there. I talk about this in my other videos, and it is by no means a surprise to me that Uniswap has pretty much jumped like it has. I mean, right now, if you look at what Uniswap is at $36, I remember setting the price target at 14. I never thought it would go to 36, but we're going to get to what I think it really could be after we take a look at some of the things that Uniswap can actually do. I wanted to dig in a little bit and talk about Uniswap from a platform point of view. So if we were to go to the documentation under developers, okay, I always love using the development area because that pretty much exposes exactly what the technology is capable of doing. And I'm going to try to make sure that when we talk about the technical aspects of these protocols, that we don't get so wrapped around the technical that we miss the actual message of what the capability is offering our community. So the core concepts is where I want to talk about what's going on here. And when we look at the core concepts, they have the swaps, the pools, the flash swaps, and something called oracles. So when we look at swaps, this is what we just talked about. It says token swaps in Uniswap are a simple way to trade one ERC20 token for another. So this is talking about how you're going to be able to swap one ERC20 token for another, and Uniswap enables you to do that. With the pools, they're talking about Uniswap has liquidity pools for trading ERC20 tokens. Okay, so these are where they keep their smart contracts to facilitate the actual action of doing the swap. So then they also have something called a flash swap. Uniswap's flash swaps allow you to withdraw up to the full reserve of ERC20 tokens of Uniswap and execute arbitrary logic at no upfront cost. This is a way of saying, hey, you don't have to have a residual. You can dump your whole set of one type of ERC20 tokens for another. You don't have to do a fragment. You can do the whole thing. And the last thing, of course, is these oracles. And so what the idea of these oracles is, okay, so they say when you look at a stock price on the phone, you're using a phone as a price oracle, okay? Similarly, the app on your phone relies on the device to retrieve a price information, like several which are aggregated and then displayed to you to the end user. These are price oracles as well. So basically, these oracles are giving us information about the different tokens, whether it be price, how fast it's moving up, its a percentage. They're using something called oracles to obtain this, and they're making this capability available to the developers. So if we understand this, and we were to actually go back to Uniswap or bigger, let's instead of just looking at Uniswap, let's think about not just the price. What is the function of Uniswap as a technology? Facilitating conversion for DApps, for decentralized applications. The whole point of this shift in technology that's happening right now between moving from databases to quote unquote blockchains, where data and information will no longer reside on Oracle stacks and MySQL stacks and Postgres database stacks. They will now reside not in these old access tables and Excel tables. The point is the data and the information is now going to reside on blockchains. And now all these blockchains are associated with different tokens. And most of them are ERC20 tokens. We need a viable means of basically converting from one token to another. Now, there are blockchain technologies that allow us to move data from one blockchain to another. Okay? Well, this is a technology that allows us to translate one token to another. So the implication is this. What is the real value of something that can translate instantaneously how much one token of this type is worth over here? And how many different applications are going to need that capability integrated in it? Think about it like this. Let me give you an example. Maybe you're out here and you decide that you're going to be one of the first people to build a game. And you want that game to be able to accept Ethereum tokens. But guess what? Maybe there's somebody out there that has a different kind of token. Maybe there's somebody out there that has a Chainlink token, or somebody that has a Tezos token, or some other type of token. You don't want to have a game where you don't have the ability for somebody to spend whatever they can spend to get whatever plus up in the game. Well, this is where Uniswap comes in. This is where the pancake swaps come in. This is where the sushi swaps come in. This is where having the capability inside of your decentralized application to translate one token to another, you need to have that capacity inside of your application. Whether it is a finance application, a banking application, whether it is something that's storing information of some type, or even something as simple as a game, giving people the option to use various currencies is going to give you a leg up and a greater potential to be able to get currency for whatever service or good that you're providing. So, with that said, I want you to think about there being thousands of apps that haven't even been thought of yet, haven't been re-engineered yet. Think of the number of actual applications on the internet right now that exist, ranging from self-help to games to whatever. Every form on the internet that collects data and information. Imagine if when you have to submit that information, if you have to pay in order for that information to be submitted. It doesn't matter if it's just updating your driver's license information or your business information. What if you had to pay using some ERC20 type token? And what if you needed to provide options so that people could use various types of different currencies to pay just to update their driver's license? or their residence information. Think about it. It's just an endless amount of different things out there where data's been collected, and it may be necessary to collect a payment before that information is stored on the blockchain. Thousands of applications. Thousands of applications. If you think about it like that, and you look at this market cap of $19 billion, yes, they have enjoyed a great run, 20%. They've enjoyed incredible, let's take a look at this. They've enjoyed an incredible run up, okay? And it's commendable. I mean, let's take a look at the graph. But even though it's up 20%, let's do that again. Even though it's up 20%, and even though this, if you look at them in the last year, they've gone from $3 all the way to $36. Yes, market cap. They've got a market cap, again, of $19 billion. Folks, that's nothing. How does Crypto Big Boss come up with that's nothing? Well, Bitcoin has a $1 trillion market cap. That's 1,000 billion. Ethereum has a $249 billion market cap. Uniswap may be sitting at number 8 right here. Yeah, but it's only 19 billion. What is the demand for having the ability to swap between tokens? I'm going to put it like this. It's grossly undervalued. Grossly undervalued. And the price prediction I'm about to give is going to knock your socks off. Folks, Uniswap has the ability to be a $360 coin. And in order for that to happen, it would have to have a $190 billion market cap. I've had some feedback on my videos that I give cautious price predictions. I'm throwing caution to the wind tonight. And I'm letting you know, Uniswap will be $360 one day. Will it be before the end of 2021? How about this? I'll give you $100 Uniswap by close of business 2021. How about that? If you've enjoyed this video, please, if you're not a subscriber, come on, subscribe. Throw up the likes, throw up the shares. This is Crypto Big Boss, and I'm out.